Hey chamber music fans, Michelle Schumann here with the Austin Chamber Music Festival, and I'm here with my very good friend Matthew Hensley, who is the fearless leader of the Austin Classical Guitar Society.
Hello chamber music fans.
Yes, and guitar fans too, I'm
Hello
sure.
guitar fans.
And we are here to talk to you because instead of interviewing the Bandini-Chiacchieretta duo who have shirked their duties.
It's true, we were hoping that they would show up online with us here, but maybe they're doing the tango someplace.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they're doing the tango in some way or another. I think because they weren't completely happy with their English, they were a little bit intimidated by this process, but they're going to find out that Austin audiences are so awesome that they are going to regret not being a part of this. But we're taking over. We're not going to be imposters, but we're going to talk a little bit about this concert and about these really fantastic artists. And Matt and I have been doing a collaboration for several years.
Quite a long time. I
yeah.
mean, it kind of feels like every summer, more or less.
Yeah.
And I think dating back to maybe 2006 or so, there was some kind of a talks, and so one of the great joys of our season in the summertime in the Austin Classical Guitar Society is getting to work with the Austin Chamber Music Center. We have a series through the summer which we devote to chamber music and classical guitar, and so what an incredible fit. And of course, one of the great joys of my presenting life here in Austin is getting to hang out with Michelle and talk about the ways that we can collaborate and what's going on in the
and the filthy gossip. Don't forget that too.
Exactly.
But we usually start talking around October.
That's right.
About what kind of artists would be a good fit for both of our festivals and summer seasons. And this summer it just seemed fantastic because each year we've basically done a tango presentation every year for the past 3 or 4 years, and it's always a huge hit with our audiences.
Wonderful.
And you had the lowdown on on two tangueros.
That's exactly right. We've got Cesare Chiacchieretta and Gianpaolo Bandini.
Nice.
And, thank you very much.
Nice.
And they're going to be playing for us on July the 16th. Of course, 2 shows at the Mexican American Cultural Center, and that's what we're here to talk about. One's at 4 p.m. and one's at 7:30 p.m. And I think it's significant that this is the first concert they will ever perform in the United States.
Their American debut.
This is the American debut. Michelle and Matt and the Austin Chamber Music Center and the Austin Classical Guitar Society putting this together. So that's exciting. Of course, that also means that I don't think either of us have actually ever seen them perform together, so we have no idea if they're any good. No, that's not true. The truth of the matter is that some of the people in the world that I respect more than any others in the classical guitar world have recommended these people to me. And so when the name came up and we started talking about it, I felt really super confident about them. And I will say that one of the most persistent recommenders of these 2 fantastic young artists is David Russell. And if you know guitar, then you know David Russell. If you don't know guitar, then it's worth mentioning that he's one of our few Grammy winners in the classical guitar world. David Russell is my personal hero on the classical guitar. When I was in college, I first got his recordings and it changed my life. And I was one of many who David really affected in that way. And so when David went out of his way to talk about how fantastic this particular guitar and bandoneon tango duo was, then I absolutely knew that at some point we had to get involved in bringing him here. And so yeah, when all of that swirled together, it was great synergy.
Yeah, I know that we were going back and forth, and you just got this huge recommendation. So I'm really super excited. And of course, they're going like wildfire in Europe and doing a ton of things.
Yeah, I mean, when you start to read about them and you learn more about the kinds of TV things they're doing and broadcast in so many countries, and you watch them online and you think, wow, that is beautiful. And so I think we're in for a real treat. Yeah,
it'll be an amazing afternoon and night because we're doing 2 shows at 4 o'clock and 7:30.
And worth mentioning, that La Sombra Bar and Grill. If you haven't been there, you should go because it's really delicious food. La Sombra Bar and Grill is going to be making a reception that's free for anybody with a ticket to the show. So if you go to the 4 p.m. show, then you stick around afterwards and you get this reception. And if you're coming to the 7:30 p.m. show, then you come a little bit early at 6:30 and your reception is then. So the reception is between the two shows.
Right.
But it's all food from Argentina, which is the
Awesome.
land of the tango. So this is a paired reception, and there's wine and there's water and things like that. It's all free. So come to the show. You get this amazing treat, a chance to socialize with your friends at the Mexican American Cultural Center, which is gorgeous. So it's really we got a party planned.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say. I was just going to say, you know, I mean, it's going to be a great concert with two virtuosi, no doubt about it.
Yes.
But you know, the fact that it's going to have that kind of party feel, I think it's really brings a lot to the table, and just and pairing that together with tango, which just has such an incredible history as it was. First of all, it was this band art form, band musical form, which I love. I love that aspect of it, that people weren't allowed to do it in public, that it was found to be too lascivious.
So band, B-A-N-N-E-D.
Right, correct. Very good. But that people weren't allowed to do it, and that that the only place where it was done was in brothels.
Wow.
When men were with women that they probably shouldn't have been with, and then they actually
Most
took it into, then the men actually took it into public, but they would only be allowed to dance it together. So men dancing the tango with each other, because women were not allowed to dance it at all, because it was just considered to be too lewd and lascivious.
Wow, that's rich.
Yeah, it is very rich.
Rich.
Yeah, it's hot. And so, gradually through time, the tango changes and becomes more accepted, but I think it never lost that sort of very sexy feel to it. And what's great about the duo is that they're bringing in old tangos from the tango greats and pairing that together with like the Nuevo Tango of Piazzolla, and also new tango composers from this time too, people that they know who are currently writing tangos too. So we're getting the whole history of tango with this group too. So it's just, I think it's going to be awesome, and I think that they really live for that music.